Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan with Her Courage to Plan. Today we've got to do our monthly recap for November, guys. Yes, this is it. I am so excited and I'm nervous at the same time because in the last paycheck budget check-in we were $26.28 over for that particular paycheck. So I'm just hoping that this pretty much evens out, or at least we have a little bit more that we can put toward this extra HELOC. Now, Hubs and I did have our budget meeting, and he and I agreed that instead of just focusing on the grocery budget, if there's anything remaining in the other categories, at the end, if we have any type of rollover for that month, that we should go ahead and put that toward the extra HELOC. And guys, I'm just so excited that we agreed upon that. Now, this is going to take some extra pre-planning on my part, and I'm okay with that, because even at the end of that month, and if there's a remaining or a rollover amount for the next month, I'm going to have to look at the next month to make sure that there's no other additional expenditures that I would need to subtract out of that remaining to make sure that we are okay for that next month. So if we don't need all of the rollover for the next month, then all of the remaining rollover will go toward that extra HELOC debt, if that makes sense. So for example, I do know for the month of December, we will have an extra expenditure coming out of our household account. We've decided to renew our pest control, but we won't have it every month. We renewed for every other month, which equals 6 times per year. And Hubs has been taking care of the payment out of his personal account. So we've decided to just go ahead and add it to our household account. So they've come out in October, and then they'll come back December. And I know that's $55. And also I know that December is a extra check month for my husband. So now if it was not an extra check month for December, anything remaining for November, I would just subtract out $55 as a rollover to help take care of that particular extra expenditure for December. But because I know that December is an extra check month, I should not have to allocate the additional $55. We should be okay. But I would still have to make sure that I'm pre-planning and looking at the next month's bills to ensure that we don't need the extra rollover to help take care of those expenses, if it makes sense. Guys, I'm just happy that we agreed that we can actually take any of the remaining from that month and put it toward the actual HELOC. And I'm just ready to get rid of this HELOC. Do you hear me? Without further delay, I'm going to go ahead and get right into the video so we can see what we have done for the month of November. I hope you all have had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I did. I ate too much, and it's okay. I saw something on Instagram, guys, said don't forget to set your scales 10 pounds back this week. I thought that was just too funny, because some of us just went overboard, and I believe I did. Alright guys, so I'm going to be using my Paper Mate Ink Joy, and I love this color. This is a magenta, or I guess we'll call it hot pink, but if you want to get your hands on it, I do have some Amazon links down below. Alright, and this is the budget worksheet from my November budget kit. And again, all my budget kits, they do come with stickers. They come with your bill due stickers, your payday stickers, and you do get you some monthly scripts. And the link to my Etsy shop is down below if you want to check it out. All right, so we were expecting $29.02, and that's what was actually deposited to this account. And then actual for me is the $12.80. I am in higher education, so my pay does not change. Now my husband, he does get overtime. That's where you see the fluctuation in the tithe and offering, because we do tithe off of our gross income, but when he gets overtime, then we have to account for that as well. All right, and then that rollover for October, that was taken care of. So the total for the month was the $4,472. $4.75. All right, and so for tithe and offering, the actual that we spent for November was $12.71. And guys, you do know that we use the Every Dollar budgeting app to keep up with our expenditures. And then for mortgage, $502. And then of course Netflix was $15.99. Now I'm going to go ahead and speed the video along, fill in these numbers, and then I'll come back and do an overview with you guys. All right, I'll see you back in a bit. Alright guys, so the total expenses for the month of November is actually $2,749.70. Alright, and then for the savings, it is the $275, which is the $25,150 for son's tuition. And for those that do not know, that we are actually cash flowing our son's college tuition. So we are just fortunate that we are able to do that. We have enough student loans for the whole household, so we didn't want him to graduate with no student loans for his first degree. So we just pushing along, trying to make sure that he is debt free when he graduates. Now the HELOC, now you know I'm gonna wait on that because we got to do some number crunching at the end. So I do know that the plan, we do at least have the 102.13, but as far as extra, I want to make sure that we can crunch those numbers and put in a true actual total so that we can close out November budget. Like I said, there's overtime in the tithe and offering, so that was up a bit. And guys, with this grocery, I see that I actually went over $10.84. Now reflecting back on this, what I should have done, added a little bit more to this due to the Thanksgiving holiday. I should have done that. So what I'm not going to do is make that mistake for December. I'm going to add a little bit extra for the groceries for December to see if I can combat that. So $10.84, it may not be a whole lot, but it's still the fact that I'm over, and I am not liking that at all. Now our household supplies, we had $100 planned. I only spent $56.64, so that's awesome. And we didn't spend all of the gas budget. It was budgeted at $140, and we only spent $70.57, which is awesome. And then we didn't spend all of the buffer. We were it was planned at $100, and the actual was $82.03, and that was from my son getting sick, so he had to go ahead and go to the doctor. So that encompass copay and medication, and so again we end up still coming below in the actual expenses category, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and plug in our numbers for our monthly recap. So I'm excited to see what we have done. All right, so the actual income is the $4,472.75 that we budgeted for this account for the month of November. And so giving total actual $12.71. The expenses actual is $27.49.70, and then the savings actual is $2.75. The extra debt, now let me get me a sticky note, because guys, you do know this is where we have to do our number crunching. So we definitely would say the actual right now is at 102. So the extra debt planned is at the 102.13. Okay, so let's go ahead and run these numbers, because what we're trying to figure out is how much extra debt that we can put on here. We do know that from our budget meeting that we're going to look at this overall, not just the grocery budget. So 44.72.75 minus the giving 12.71 minus 27.49.70 for expenses minus 275 savings. All right, so that leaves us with 177.05, which is awesome because the extra debt is planned at 102.13. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out because it would have been in the actual column. So let's go ahead and take that out, 102.13. Oh, that is awesome, guys. I am really happy because even if we didn't put anything extra, we're not over budget for the month of November. Yay! That is a blessing. So that would leave us with $74.92 as a rollover. Now, here's a great example, guys, as I was talking about earlier with the pre-planning. So for the pest control for December, I do know that it's $55. If I truly needed that, I would have to subtract out $55 so I can make it added to as a rollover for December. And I would say, okay, I only have $19.92 that I can put toward the extra HELOC. Okay. But because I know, let me add the $55 back. But because I do know that for December, that's an extra paycheck month for my husband, I won't have to do a rollover. That is exciting. And so that's what I meant by it takes an extra pre-planning on my part to kind of look at the next month to see exactly, what we've got going on. They'll come back in February, and I'm not sure if that's the extra check month. If there's any remaining in January, I can't take that whole amount remaining for January budget and put it toward debt, because I would want to make sure I have $55 extra that I want to roll over to help take care of that extra expense, because that is an extra expense to our actual budget now. And I hope that made sense, guys. I really do. But as we do it, I'll kind of continue to walk through it. But for now, I don't have to worry about trying to take out that extra $55 and add it to December. Like I said, it's an extra check month, so we should be okay with that. So I am super excited. So the planned 102.13 plus the 74.92, which is the remaining, we should be able to put, so 102.13, that's the planned already, and then the 74.92, which is the remaining out of this budget. Oh, that is awesome sauce, guys. We could put a total of $177.05 as extra debt on this HELOC. Oh my God. Yes. So remember, we've already made the regular payment, which is $125. So I'm going to say extra debt is going to be $177.05. So let's go ahead and plug these numbers. This should zero us out too. So let's do this again. 44.72.75 minus 12.71 minus 27.49.70 minus 275, and then minus 177.05 for the extra debt. Yes, gives us, it's a zero-based budget. There's nothing remaining in this particular budget that we've budgeted for November. There's money in this account. As I said, we always keep 1 month of expenditures in this household joint account. This particular November budget for the income, we have spent it all. We have allocated it to every expenditure. So that is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this extra debt, 177.05. And then I'll put it up here as well as far as the actual 177.05. Awesome sauce. And guys, you know I usually like to round up, but because we're at 0, I'm going to pay exactly 177.05. And I'll give you all an update when I come back and do my debt update and show you my receipt. And I hope that by doing those debt tracker updates and showing you guys the receipt, I really do hope it's motivating others that it doesn't have to be a whole big chunk. I mean, we call them snowflake payments when they're small payments. But guess what? You continue to make the payments because it won't be snowflake payments forever. And there may be a time where I have to do another snowflake payment. But I'm not going to be sad about it because it's still extra. Even if it's $5, I've heard people say that they pay as low as $5 on their debt. And the creditor did not refuse it. So, hey, I am thankful, guys. This has been a very interesting month for November for our family. Let me know down in the comment section, how has your November budget gone? Are you over budget? Are you under budget? Or did you just, balance out? Let me know, guys. All right. So you already know. I will see you back in the next video. Bye.